Welcome to my new YouTube channel, Incredible Wibby Gaming. So, as you can probably tell by looking around and the title of this channel focuses on my other passion. So my main channel is called Incredible Wibby Wrestling, my main channel. This one's all about games because, yeah, as you can tell, I quite like the odd video game. So a little bit of explanation why I'm doing this. My main channel, Wrestling is perhaps my biggest passion. I love everything about professional wrestling, and as you may or not know, that channel started with gaming videos, specifically Nintendo. However, I changed that into wrestling and I've been having a blast doing that, and I can't thank the 3,000 people enough for subscribing to that channel. Absolutely it's wonderful, and content is still coming to that channel. In fact, I just finished recording a new video for that channel as we speak. However, I have been in a very big gaming mood recently, watching some gaming YouTubers have inspired me to, you know what, let's make a channel that's slightly more chill, and just basically showing you the gaming side of my life, the collection, the different things I collect for, the games room, because other than the desks over there, this is a games room. I know, I'm very lucky. Thank you Elle for letting me have this space. Really, a games room is just a place for me to put all my shit so it doesn't spread out the rest of the house. However, some of it still slipped through. And yeah, to basically just have a bit more of a chat and a chill. So if you like games, or you like me, unlikely I know, but why not subscribe, stick around, and let's talk some games. So, for the premiere episode of Incredible Wibby Games, I thought I would show you around my games room. So we've been in this house for about 2 years now, and the games room was one of the first rooms that we completed. Not loads has changed in 2 years. I don't spend loads of money on stuff here because we've also got another channel called the Coastal Diaries that really Elle does most of the work for that one. I just do the thumbnails and a bit of filming here and there, but really Elle does that one. She's doing a fantastic job at it. We spend a lot of our income traveling to different theme parks and stuff, and we got some exciting stuff coming up over there. So if you're interested in roller coasters or theme parks, check out the Coastal Diaries. I think they're all linked on this channel somewhere. So yeah, so really I just build upon it. I love a game hunting trip with my cousin and good friend Cameron, and I'm sure we'll get one of those in soon. So yeah, without further ado, let me just show you some bits around the games room and yeah, give you a bit of a games room tour to start off this new channel, Incredible Wibby Gaming. Let's go! So starting outside the room, we enter the room. I've got nothing on this door, I've just realised. Maybe I should probably keep that way, so just the tact is inside to not give Elle any more of a heart attack than it already has in here. So let's shut the door, and we'll start off with the office space. So this is kind of like half games room, half office. However, other than I say for working from home purposes, and the games room's definitely spread here. A lovely Hyrule Warriors pad there, a gaming pen that my brother got me. Gaming stress things, my brother also got me this cool little Funko Pop, love that, have that on my desk, reminds me of him. Not that he's still very much alive. It's I don't know why I said it like that. My friend Tom got me this awesome Sonic which lights up, which is awesome. We've got a Minecraft torch here that lights up, and you can even have it pulsating like the game. Awesome. It's quite weak, but in the winter it's a great little feature to have. Got the Pokemon calendar there. We've got these lovely gaming chairs, which, to be honest with you, as I say, they only get, ignore my gym clothes, they only get used for work, really. We don't really use them for any gaming, because we'll show the gaming side in a second. And then we've got Elle's stuff there, where Elle does a lot of music stuff and that, so, and she's very talented at it. Perhaps she should start a YouTube video doing that, because she's done some awesome gaming remixes. Perhaps we can upload a couple on this channel, who knows, see if I can get her on board. And then, of course, the newest collection, we got some movie posters up here, and of course WWE, as we already explained in the intro of this video. Now, if you can see, I've got a little bit of work to do there because I need to shift them across. Yeah, because your boy can't measure. However, we've got some recent releases here, starting off with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Cineworld were giving these away for free if you went to see it on opening weekend, and I just, what's his name, Primus Caesar? I can't remember, I've only seen it the once in cinema, though it is on Disney Plus, so I will give it another watch. I think the main character was Noah, if I remember correctly, but I just love that poster. I love Planet of the Apes, especially the Caesar trilogy as well. Of course, over here we've got Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. Yeah, okay, these aren't classic films, but I'm a big fan of Godzilla and a big fan of King Kong. They'll come up later, actually. So I was very pleased to get that one. And of course, one of my favourite wrestlers ever, The Fiend Bray Wyatt. That let me in. They all got me that for my birthday just this year. I absolutely loved that poster. A brilliant tribute to a brilliant professional wrestler, a brilliant mind, Bray Wyatt. So yeah, that's the start of the games room. As I say, the desky area. I definitely want to get some potentially more shelves for gaming over here, potentially there as well, because it does still look quite bare. But as I say, they only went up the other week, so for 2 years that wall's been very bare. But yeah, it definitely looks better now they're up. I've just got to, as I say, shift them along. And then the windowsill. Of course, we couldn't have a room for Tat without having Tat on the windowsill. Of course, as we just said, we've got the Godzilla pop right there and the King Kong one to go with it. I've had those for quite a few years now and I absolutely love them. I do love a good Funko Pop, but these ones are by far the coolest ones that I've seen. Of course, more wrestling stuff. We've got Andre the Giant there in Funko form, and we've got the Generation X Triple H and Shawn Michaels as well. And then we've got a lovely photo of my great-grandparents who passed away a number of years ago now, but this is what they got on their 60th wedding anniversary, and I always loved that. Their wedding day and their diamond anniversary, miss them both dearly, and I'm sure they would come to this games room and say, Jack, what are you doing with your life? Maybe not. My granddad was a wrestling fan as well. Many great memories watching wrestling with my granddad. Personal life over. Here is the main attraction. A bin that I need to empty. The games room. So where do we start? It's not huge. It's my humble abode. I've not put those back up. You know what? You can help me do that. We'll start with the shelves. I put the camera up here to record that intro. And yeah, I had to take this down. So we got this Fiend metal poster there. I got that with something else, which I will show you, though I know it's not gaming related. We've got an awesome Charizard Pop amiibo there. That's the newest one I got to my collection. We've also got the first amiibo I ever got, Bowser from Smash Bros. Love that amiibo. Two of my favourite, Charizard being my favourite Pokemon of all time, and Bowser being my favourite Mario character of all time. And of course, one of my favourite video game characters ever, the Banjo-Kazooie Smash Bros. Amiibo. Absolutely love that amiibo. In fact, do you know what? I really like all the amiibos. I think I should swap those two over. There you get some live updates here. I just think the quality and the colouring on them, they're just really vibrant. I just think they're really cool collectibles. Do I ever use them for their original functionality? No. Should I kept them in the box? Maybe. But a big theme of my games room is that I don't collect things to resell. I collect things that I want. Of course, if it goes up in value, great, because, you know, who never knows, when times get tough, you need to crack down on money. But yeah, I collect things because I like them and they make me happy. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Moving on to shelf number 2, which I just reorganised, we've got a Lego Piranha Plant, which again, Elle got me for my birthday this year. Absolutely love that thing. You can actually manoeuvre it. I'm not going to do it because it's not, you can see there, there's not loads of room for it. But yeah, you can move the mouth, you can move the wings and that. I love that Piranha Plant, such a cool addition. And then a Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System. Really cool piece of memorabilia there. Yeah, the box is a little bit battered up, but I will never, ever for the life of me get rid of my copy because not my granddad in that photo. That was from my mum's side of the family. My granddad Whitby, my dad's dad, he had the NES and he actually gave me his NES after he passed. He promised it to me. And of course that came with the games. So my granddad was an absolute boss at the NES, and there's another game that reminds me more of him, which I may swap this out with. I like to change them out every so often. But yeah, for as long as I live, that's staying with me. The only place that will go is to my potential kids, because yeah, that's got more than value for money for me. That has got sentimental. Another thing that's very sentimental to me, but it also cost me an arm and a leg. Godzilla 2014 on the PlayStation. Had to display this one. Paid £110 for that sucker. I think it's actually now gone up to about 210 CEX. The game is pretty good. I actually quite liked it, but I've wanted it in my collection for the longest time. As you know, huge Godzilla fan. So yeah, to have that game and to play through it and just have it in the collection, yeah, it's great that it's gone up in value because it makes me feel like I bought it for 110, I got a steal, even though really the game's not worth 110. But as I say, now it's going for 210 or whatever I saw on CEX last. Very happy to finally have that in the collection. And of course, some more iconic gaming characters, Pikachu, Sonic the Hedgehog, another personal favourite of mine, and of course, Crash and Spyro, two more of my personal favourite video game characters ever. And that is my shelves, and as I say, I want to get a few more on the other side potentially, but they add a little bit of light and colour into the room. Moving on then, we've got this, which is actually a custom art piece that Elle's friend did for me, or Elle got her friend to do for me for a birthday one year. Absolutely love that because it's unique. As I say, you got Mario, you got Bowser, really cool Bowser pose there. Just a really cool bit that makes my games room unique, and I really like that about that photo. Then of course we got the Super Mario photo, which actually sits just above the telly, which I've got the Wii on, just for a little bit of background, to be completely honest. And I love this photo because I just like the colour, like the Mario colours, they just pop, don't they? And I love just having that above the telly for when people are gaming and stuff. And yeah, just a really nice piece. And then finishing off with the posters, we've got the Sonic the Hedgehog one here. Again, big fan of Sonic, love the vibrant colours on there. Get in the way of the lighting there. Just like all the Sonic characters there, like Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, you got Big, Omega, you got Shadow there, Amy, Silver, Vector, everyone loves Vector. Just a really cool piece of art to have in the room, and of course one of the best video games of all time, one of my personal favourites, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I just love that shot from the start of the game. This bit here without Zelda, like this castle and that, is actually my desktop at work because I thought, that's really cool, plus it's not that obvious. So people wouldn't know, oh hey, that's The Legend of Zelda. So yeah, love that piece of art there. Absolutely awesome. We've got the chairs here, we've got a pop-up table for whenever we need it, but of course we've got the Mario plush, which my pooch Cody's got too, so I need to get one that matches Luigi anyway, and the rest of the figures, plushes. We've got Toad there, and Yoshi. Great impressions there. And this Do Not Disturb Gamer at Work cushion that my friend Nick got for me years ago. Great present that was, fits so nicely in the games room. And of course we've got DK Goomba, which is actually Elle's, and Bowser. Not that we ever use it, like obviously plushes as an adult age, you don't ever use them or cuddle them, but let me tell you, this was not a wasted 20 quid or whatever it cost. Again, Elle got me that for me. I absolutely love that plush because I just love Bowser. So we'll get to the piece of resistance in a moment. Firstly, I'll show you this, which has got my other tripod on there for content. I've got this N64 book, which I got quite a number of years ago. I just think it's a really nice thing to have on the coffee table in a games room, like a bit of like reading and stuff. Not that anyone really comes in here, but I just think that's really cool. N64 being my favourite console ever, just the most nostalgic for me. And I've got these Sonic coasters, which are also on the desks as well. Ignore the full bin, we got a beanbag here with, boom, Big Head Sonic, which my brother got for me for my birthday this year. Again, absolutely love that. I'm very fortunate to have family and friends that know I like rubbish, basically. And then here we go, the piece of resistance, the Gaming Entertainment Centre. So, where do we start? I guess we'll start with Banjo-Kazooie. And they're holding my 2DS XL, which I actually got once the Switch came out. It was actually the 2DS XL / the Switch being a thing that got me back into Nintendo all those years ago now. Of course, we've got the Wii there, which is powered up via a HDMI, which is why it's crunched it a little bit. I have got the other leads for it as well, so I was just testing it out to see if it works. We've got this Bob-omb, which this is actually for a tea light that goes in there and you can light it, and yeah, it's like he's going boom. And that was from Etsy. Again, Elle got that for me. She's so good at getting stuff for the games room. She really is. And then on this side, we've got a couple of cool things. So we got a Mario Pez. I used to have a Luigi one of these, but my mum's dog Charlie ate it because that's Charlie. We got a question mark block there, which has Peach from the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. That was Elle's, and my brother got her for Christmas, and I commandeered it. This Kangaskhan is really interesting. This came from my older brother, all the way from the Pokemon Center in Japan. So I absolutely love having Kangaskhan there. One of my favourite Pokemon, and two, the fact that he came from the actual Pokemon Center. Hope to go there myself one day, but really cool to have him in the games room. And yeah, and again, because my older brother bought it for me, I don't see him all the time. It's just that nice reminder of my older brother whenever I look at it, so I like that. We've got this big Crash Bandicoot here. This actually came from my friend Nick as well, so thank you very much, Nick, if you're watching this. And he, and I've had that years, I absolutely love him. Really good, really cool model. And he's holding my PSP, which I've had for a number of years now. Love the PSP. Don't tend to use it too much anymore. I feel like it's kind of clunky, but at the time, I was a DS kid, but I really wanted a PSP. Eventually I got one when I was like 13, 14. And the one game I really loved on this console, Star Wars Battlefront Rogue Squadron, which I have got in the collection. So, and then we got a double whammy here because I want to get a mannequin head. This is the Fiend mask, which came with that poster over there. Again, Bray Wyatt being one of my favourite wrestlers, so happy to have that. But he is currently over a Jason Voorhees light up head. So he's kind of sitting on there as sort of like a temporary mannequin. Because I do want to get that off there because I do really like that Jason mask. Big Friday the 13th fan / slasher movie horror fan. So yeah, a couple of my other passions slip in there as well, which is cool. But yeah, for the minute, the Fiend mask sits nicely on there. Okay, and then let's take a look at the consoles. So let me get down on my knees. Starting off, of course, with the NES Entertainment System, which came from my granddad, as I say. Yeah, this console will never ever part me. Big part of my family. And yeah, it reminds me of my granddad and the many batterings he gave me on Dr. Mario. Even at 82 years old, that man wiped the floor with me. So yeah, very, very, very thankful that he very kindly left that to me after he passed. And yeah, just a constant reminder of him through a classic form of video games. Next up, we got the Super Player System. So yes, I still haven't got an SNES. To be fair, when I ordered this over 10 years ago now, the photo was of an NES and this came. At the time, I didn't have any other way to play Super Nintendo games, so I was more than happy with having the Super Player System. But really, I would like the Super Nintendo Entertainment System just because of the look of it and just the authenticity. But yeah, this still works. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it was just missold to me at the time. But at the time, as I say, I didn't care because I got to play Super Mario All-Stars, and I never did get Super Mario World. I literally own 2 SNES games, so really, I do need to get some more. But of course, now we've got the Switch Online stuff, it just doesn't feel as essential. So, we'll see. But yeah, Super Players System there. Next up, let's get old Sonic and the beanbag out there. Next up, we've got my personal favourite console, the N64. It's just nostalgia. Obviously, modern gaming is for the most part better, but there's just so many games on here. Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart, Pokemon Stadium, Diddy Kong Racing, Ocarina of Time. There's just so many good games on this console, and it is so nostalgic for me. The controller, the system. I actually sold... well, my dad sold my original N64 at a boot sale with all the games. I think he sold it for like 20 quid with like all the classic titles. So I was desperate to rebuy it. And I think it did in 2016, 2017. And I had a bit of a fumble from CEX when I first got it, but I did get it sorted. I've got the 2 controllers, it works fine. Very pleased to have the N64 in my collection. And of course, we've got the Wii there, as we already mentioned, and the GameCube just below here again. This was one of the first consoles I collected when I started getting into like game collecting. Mainly, again, not because the value was, and it was quite low at the time. It was like 2014 maybe. But it was because of the games. I desperately wanted to play Double Dash because I'd never actually played it. As I say, even in 2014. And of course, Smash Bros as well, and Sunshine, which again, my GameCube collection isn't very big, but those games make up for it. I absolutely love the GameCube, and the fact that you could play them all on the Wii as well. But having the original console, there's something about it, isn't there? Moving on down here then, we have got the PlayStation 1. This actually came from Elle's dad. He let me keep look after it basically for him, because where he is now, he hasn't got the room for it. I put my Spyro disc in there. That one's actually mine. But he gave me a bunch of games to go with it as well, as I say, for safekeeping. And I was more than happy to commandeer his PS1. I played it. It works fine. And it's just nice for him to know that it's not just sat in a box collecting dust somewhere. It's out. It's on display. And yeah, okay, it doesn't get used every day, but trust me, whenever I come in here, I definitely appreciate that piece of history. However, of course, it wasn't the PS1 that's nostalgic for me. It's the PS2. So after the N64, I went to the PS2 as a kid. So many memories on this brilliant machine. Absolutely love it. I mean, this is the machine that gets booted up majority of the time, mainly for the old wrestling games, but there's a lot of other games that I've got for it. In fact, it's actually a game I've ordered this week. It hasn't quite come yet. Perhaps I'll do a short when it comes, so stay tuned for that. That I've ordered for this machine, one I've wanted for years actually. I do prefer to find games in person, but occasionally, especially when you have a fear of them going up in price, there was none near me at CEX and stuff, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pull the trigger and buy it. So yeah, I'll do a short on that when it arrives, stay tuned. But yeah, absolutely love the PS2. Of course, next up we got the PS3. This one came from Elle's mum/sister. So again, thank you to them because they didn't use it. Elle's sister actually games on an Xbox One, so she sort of like moved all her games over to there. So again, I was very happy to commandeer this and basically just give it a new life essentially. I haven't got loads of games for it. Most of their games came like in a disc case. Not the actual physical boxes. I have started to collect some now. They're all wrestling games. However, because they are so cheap, I am interested in getting a few extras for the PS3 just to build up that collection a little bit. There is a couple of consoles downstairs, so don't worry, there is a PS4. However, in this section, we have got the Xbox 360, which Teary Face has got the red ring. I actually have another Xbox, the slim version, which also has the red ring. So currently I am 360-less, which is heartbreaking to me. I really need to sort that out and crank down and buy a new one. Because as I say, after the PS2, this is where we went, and I had many good memories on this very console actually. It's a shame it got the red ring. This one kind of works when it wants to. As soon as it gets a little bit hot, it gets the red ring, so it's not dead. But yeah, really I could do with like a fresh one that the disc tray works and I haven't got that fear of it crashing on me at any time. But yeah, a fantastic console. Many Xbox 360 games, as you'll see in the next section of this video. But yeah, that is the Xbox 360. So that is the consoles I have upstairs. I do have more downstairs, which I'll show you shortly. Let's go over to the final piece of the games room. So it's a little bit irritating. So to get to my games shelf, I do have to move the chairs to get all the way to the bottom. It isn't the best way. I mean, comment below if you've got any ideas on what I can do with this space. Let me know. Maybe that would fit over there, but then the plugging's over there. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe that could be an option, but yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're watching this how you would design this sort of games room, because it's not a huge space, but I definitely need more space, because one thing that stops me from collecting is the fact that there isn't loads of space for it. And one other thing, we got the horrible wire boxes in here, but I'll show these in a different video. I actually got some comics as well, Star Wars and Marvel comics, so potentially in another video when we go through nerdy stuff, we'll go through that. But yeah, we're not going to go through every single game in this video. I'll do separate videos on the actual collections I have. Some are bigger than others. As you can see, the Switch one is one of my most prominent ones. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got, rest in peace, my dad. I've got my dad's stuff there. He's always here in the games room. He wasn't a massive gamer, no, but he had some moves of Michael Jackson experience, let me tell you, being my high scores, and that's also part of the reason why my Michael Jackson vinyls are there as well. And of course, I've also got my Bowser plastic there. Do I tell you the story of how I got that? Is it going to get me into trouble? All right, I'll tell you. I found it on the floor. It was probably some little kids. But yeah, I was walking home one night after a night out with some friends, and it was just laying on the floor. There was no one around. I said to Elle, if someone puts in a Facebook group they've lost it, I'll give it back. But if not, it's mine. So there you have it. And my friend Nick got this for me again. This little Pokemon, this original Pokemon Squirtle figure there as well. So very, very much Nick for that. Love having that in the games room. So here we are, the piece of resistance. Incredible Wibby, you may have noticed there's the same colours in the logo for the channel. Starting off with the Switch collection then, couple of steel books. As I say, I'm not going to go through all these here, but I'm a big fan of the Switch. As I say, it's what got me back into Nintendo after years away. It's my favourite console, even over the PS5 and the Series X. It's just reached that end of the lifespan now, so I don't tend to use it quite as much as I did back in sort of, especially sort of 2019 to pretty much 2022 we moved out. It's probably when we moved out I played it a little bit less. But yeah, many good memories on this system. Yeah, great console. Next up, we got the Wii games here. Got Mario Strikers out on display there. I got my Game Boy Advance there with Fire Red out. All my Game Boy games are in here. I was thinking the other day, I just rearranged this about a better way to display my Game Boy games, whether I get them sort of the Etsy cases, or if I stack them up or something. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any ideas for that, if you're watching this video. My very, very small GameCube collection. As I said, the 3 I mentioned, and then that one I bought last year, WrestleMania 18. It's just expensive to collect a GameCube, and as I say, like, when there is like new games coming out and stuff, and they're so expensive, it does take a hit. And there's just not that many games that I'm like desperate to play because they've been either remastered, like Thousand Year Door, or I just haven't got around to it, like Luigi's Mansion. But definitely want to do a bit more GameCube collecting for sure. And of course, we've got some N64 games there as well, showcasing WCW NWO Revenge. As I say, guys, I will be doing a full videos on my like entire select like collection for each sort of console. So stay tuned for those. PSP games there. We got the PS1 games there with Resident Evil 3 Nemesis showing, which again was one of the ones that Elle's dad gave to me. So very fortunate about that. We got the PS3 games here, which I say all WWE. PS4 leading into the PS5. I've got Sonic Superstars out at the moment because I just recently finished that game. It was alright. The soundtrack is a banger, and I might do a short on it because every gym session at the moment, that bad boy is on. Gets me hyped. Down here then, we've got the DS into 3DS, and if you're wondering what that little cartridge up right there, place your guesses now. 3, 2, 1. It's Wally. It's stuck in my wallet for ages. I don't have a case for it, so I just sort of stuck it there. We got the rest of the NES games from my granddad there. Of course, classics like Tetris and his personal favourite, Dr. Mario, which I may swap out the Super Mario Bros. 4 because that was my granddad's favourite game. Many good memories on that. Of course, many PlayStation 2 games because I'm a big... We got my wrestling games there, and this was the console I grew up with. Godzilla Saves the Earth because I'm a big Godzilla fan out there. Got some space to fill, coming soon. Next up then, we've got 360. Again, a big part of my sort of like, not so much childhood, but like teenage years. So many 360 games. I have got a few original Xbox games, Futurama on display there, a couple through there as well. And then at the bottom then, I've got Xbox One and a couple of overall Xbox 360 ones. Say most of the ones now have gone digital. It's a shame to go digital, but with the newer games, I think it is worth it, especially with things like Game Pass. And they've actually got a couple of Blu-rays and DVDs there, mostly Jurassic Parks, Godzillas and stuff. Wrestlers Lost Zombies, which I just did a channel on my main channel. And Michael Jackson, because he's my favourite artist, so I've got quite a lot of Michael Jackson CDs as well. And that case there has got my PS1, loose PS1 and PS3 games that I've got from people in the past. And that is my game collection. So as I say, I will do videos on each of these consoles individually, and there'll be videos coming up, game hunting and stuff. But yeah, that is the games room. As I say, before I go and show you the rest of the stuff downstairs, if you have got any ideas on what you would do to this games room, shelving, like display things, even moving the games room around to fit more stuff in, you know, I'm all ears because, yeah, as I say, it's getting pretty crowded. I do love it. It's a great space to display all this stuff. I have got quite a lot of stuff already. And I'm very fortunate to have this space that Elle's given me that space. I say given me that space in the house. Obviously, it's both our houses, but yeah, the fact that Elle, she's let her spare bedroom, because it's only a 2-bedroom house, she's let her spare bedroom be turned into this. I'm very fortunate. But that's enough rambling. Let me go and show you the final part of what not is the games room, but my console collection downstairs. Let's go. So here we are downstairs. I just got finished recording a 2K video from our main channel. So the Xbox Series X is out. You can see it just in there. I do actually have to pull it out of the cupboard. Otherwise it does overheat. Got a charging dock down there for the controllers as well. PS5's there with a charging dock as well for those controllers. And a nice, I think it's a 48-inch TV or something with the sound bar. So yeah, I do spend most of my time gaming down here. I do switch between the consoles, but mostly it's either probably I'd say Xbox or Switch. But yeah, a lot of Xbox is played mainly because of 2K and the 2K content I do on my main channel. And then the Switch OLED is just around here. I do actually still have my Switch. It's just in a case upstairs in one of those boxes. So it doesn't get used as much as it should. But yeah, the OLED's there and that gets used a good amount. And there's a couple of extra bits in here. Stuff I haven't added upstairs yet, like Deadpool. Just bought that because that was going up in price and I wanted to play the game after the film. So I'm playing through that at the moment. That's why it's down here, and then that will be going upstairs. Mario Bros movie, which we just watched, so that will be going upstairs shortly. We got Spider-Man and Marvel. As you can see, I'm in a bit of a Marvel mood at the moment, so I've been replaying that. And Marvel Alliance, because I was testing to see if it works on the Series X, which it doesn't. So until I can get my 360 going, I can't play that. Oh, and look, there's Elden Ring. Less said about that, the better. And a couple of my Switch accessories as well. But again, we'll likely do a full video on those as well. So let's just pop those back. And as I say, Deadpool, can't wait to add that to collection because that's going up in price. And I'm very glad I got it before it got silly. And there's one more thing to show you down here, which is... Whoa! Elle's little gaming setup. So we got the board games down here. If you're interested in those, quite a unique one is this Sonic the Hedgehog one. I will just get that out quickly and show you. It's like a Sonic board game with the classic characters. That's really good fun, actually. And then yeah, Elle's got a PC monitor here, which she plays. This is her Series S, so that is not mine. She got that one. And the reason she got it, bless her, is so that we could play things like GTA together that you can't play split screen. But she plays other games on there like Power Washing Simulator, Crash Bandicoot and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, many evenings we spend sort of playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, GTA, Call of Duty online as well. And she'll use this monitor as well. And then she's also got my PS4 there as well. Specifically for Cold War, when we want to play zombies on that, because we're big Call of Duty Zombies fans. But yeah, that's where my PS4 sits. She just has it down here. And then yeah, she's sort of got the best of both worlds. Then she's got, if she wants to play the PS4 games, she can do that. Or the Xbox exclusive, she can do that. So yeah, that is the tour. Now, it's time to wrap up this video. Wow, that took a lot out of me. You can see by my hair, probably my face, it's a very hot day today. So yeah. Lots of talking. I've done like over an hour's worth of content like between the two channels, so feeling a little bit tired. So this one's going to be a bit more raw look at sort of my life and the things going on. But yeah, that was the games room and a little bit of the downstairs as well with the gaming I do down there. Yeah, gaming is a huge part of my life. I spend a lot of time like really if we're chilling, if we haven't got anything to do in the evening, normally the Xbox is on. At the moment I'm playing Mirror's Edge, Deadpool, I keep flicking on like Spider-Man and Avengers, just WWE, like really I'm terrible for jumping in and out of games, but at the moment Mirror's Edge and Deadpool are the ones I'm trying to complete, so they're like my main focus. But yeah, we'll talk about more of that in future videos. So before I end this one, I will just say the future of this channel and the sort of content you can expect is not necessarily going to be like hard gameplay, or at least that's not the point of the channel at the moment. It's more going to be collection showcases. It's going to be showing you the games that we're playing at the moment and potentially a little bit of recording from my phone to the TV, depending on how that looks, and just sort of different things that Elle and I are getting up to in the gaming space. Game collecting, as I say, with my best friend and cousin Cameron, and my best friend Tom as well, because he's into video games as well. That's the sort of content it's going to be, a lot more raw and very much gaming focused, and as I say, a little bit of movies in there as well, because I'm not opposed to a bit of movies. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, leave a comment below on future videos you'd like to see, ideas for the games room, or just generally start a conversation around your favourite games, because yeah, I'd love to hear about it. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. But until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. See ya!